First of all, rectification of errors. Grammar, rectification of errors. Rectification of errors. After months of carefully record, after months of carefully record, the Pharaoh's funerary treasures, the Pharaoh's funerary treasures Carter began investigate. Carter began investigate his three-nested coffins. His three-nested coffins. Opening the first, he find a shroud. He find a shroud adorned with garlands, adorned with garlands of willow and olive leaf, of willow and olive leaf. Okay. There are three mistakes here. There are four mistakes here. There are four mistakes here. After months of carefully record the Pharaoh's funerary treasures, Carter began investigate his three-nested coffins. Opening the first, he find a shroud adorned with garlands of willow and olive leaf. A rectification of errors. What we are doing? We are doing rectification of errors. There are four errors here. You shall have to find out which are the errors. First of all, This record will become recording. Second, investigate will become investigating. Third, find will become found. And fourth one, live will become lives. Record is an error. Right word is recording. Investigate is an error. Right word is investigating. Find is an error. Right word is found. Live is an error. Right word is lives. How we shall write the answers? We shall write the answers like this. Error and correction. Error and correction. Error is record. R-E-C-O-R-D. Record is error. Correction is recording. Investigate is an error. Right word is investigating. Find is an error. Here is the past tense. So the past of find is found. Found is the right word. And last, garland. The word garland is used. In garland, there is more than one leaf. So it is plural. And leaf is singular. Leaves is plural. So leaf is an error. Right word is leaves. We shall write answer like this. Record is an error. Record, recording. Investigate is an error. Investigate, investigating. Investigating. Find is an error. Find, found. Leaf is an error. Leaf, leaves. In exam also, you will write like this, error and correction. In exam also, you will write like this, error and correction. One photograph of this board work has also been sent to you. One photograph of this board work is sent to you. Next error correction. Larry and Herb. Larry and Herb were pumping like madmen. Were pumping like madman. Broken timbers hanged at crazy angles. Broken timbers hanged at crazy angles. The whole starboard side, the whole starboard side bulging inwards, cloths, crockery, charts, tins, and toys sluiced from in deep water. There are three errors here. Larry and Herb were bumping like madmen. Broken timbers hanged at crazy angles. The whole starboard side bulging inwards. Cloths, crockery, charts, tin, and toys sluiced from in deep water. There are three errors. You have to find out where the errors are. First, there is hanged. Here is the error. Second, bulging. Here is the error. And third, from. Here is the error. So you will have to find out what the error is. There is no word like hanged. The past form of hang is hung. So the right word is hung. Next one, bulging. The whole sentence, it is in past tense. The whole sentence is in past tense. So bulge, not bulging. And this from is incorrect. Here it should be about, sluiced about. Okay. So right word would be like this. And how will you write the answer? You will write answer like that. Error and correction. Error and correction. In error, you will write hanged. In correction, you will write hung. Because the past form of hang is hung. In error, you will write bulging. B-U-L-G-I-N-G, bulging. In correction, you will write bulge. And in error, you will write from. In correction, you will write about. In this way, you will write answer in the exam also. In your exam, how will you write answer? error and correction. In this way, we will let the answer. We are sending a photograph of this boardwork also. We are sending a photograph of this boardwork also. So, in this way, error correction will be asked in exam. In this way, error correction will be asked in exam. You shall have to write answer like this that shown on the board. Now, another topic of grammar to be asked in exam, it is do as directed. It is do as directed. The world's most famous mummy, the world's most famous mummy glided into a CT scanner, a CT scanner change the degree. Change the degree. Answer. No other mummy in the world, no other mummy in the world as famous as this mummy, as famous as this mummy glided into the CT scanner, glided into the CT scanner. Next sentence. They gazed at the murals on the walls, murals on the walls of the burial chamber, of the burial chamber change the voice. They gazed at the murals on the walls of the burial chamber, change the voice. Answer is the murals on the walls, the murals on the walls of the burial chamber of the burial chamber were gazed at by them, were gazed at by them. Third sentence. When he finally reached the mummy, when he finally reached the mummy, when he finally reached the mummy, he ran into trouble. He ran into trouble. Make it simple. Make it simple. Answer. On finally reaching the mummy, on finally reaching the mummy, he ran into trouble. He ran into trouble. We are sending a photograph of this boardwork. We are sending a photograph of this boardwork. Next, no amount of legitimate force, no amount of legitimate force, no amount of legitimate force could move them, could move them Make it affirmative. Make it affirmative. Answer. They were unable to be moved. They were unable to be moved they were unable to be moved by any amount of legitimate force. By any amount of legitimate force. Next, in his defense, Carter really had little choice. Carter really had little choice. In his defense, Carter really had little choice. Use much. Use much. In his defense, Carter really did not have much choice. Next, he was the last of his family's line. He was the last of his family's line. And his funeral was the death rattle of a dynasty. And his funeral was a death rattle of a dynasty. Make it complex. Make it complex. Answer. As he was the last of his family's line, as he was the last of his family's line, His funeral was a death rattle. His funeral was a death rattle of a dynasty. Now it is the time for the paper style. Now it is the time for the paper style. Paper style लिखाई दो.